confirm if my voice is audible.
Yes, sister, your voice is audible.
Thank you so much, brother. That was a very nice song you played, which is very apt to today's Murli. May I also request to share the screen, please? Thank you. So today we are going to read a Vikta Murli of 25th March 1986, The Significance of Holi. So in today's Murli, Bab Dada is explaining how to celebrate Holi in a spiritual way. For years, for many births, we have celebrated into materialistic way, the way we still celebrate sometimes. But what is the spiritual significance of this festival and how to celebrate it in that way? There are four different types of celebrating this Holi. So Baba is explaining that in a very subtle way, and what kind of things we do on this celebration. Even in materialistic way, we burn, then we burn holika, then we meet each other, then we have sweets. So there are different things attached to this, or different, I would say, proceedings that are attached to this celebration. So Baba is giving their spiritual significance or their spiritual meaning and how to celebrate it in a right way. That was Baba is explaining. So now we'll just get into the Murli. Today, Bab Dada is looking at the royal Alokik court or gathering of self sovereigns, master of the self. He is seeing a crown of light sparkling on each of you, elevated souls. This royal court or gathering is a holy gathering. Each one of you, pure and worthy of worship souls, has not become pure, that is holy, for just this one birth. For the line of becoming pure, that is, of becoming holy, is a long line of many births. So Baba is saying you're not becoming holy or pure just for the one birth, but you become pure for so many births. Throughout the whole cycle, other souls also become pure and holy. Just as pure souls, as founders of religions, become instruments to establish a religion. So, along with those, many who are called great souls also become pure. However, there is a difference between their purity and the purity of you souls. So, there are many souls in the world who become pure in their lives. There are religion founders, founder souls who were also pure. There are other great souls in the world who are also pure. But Baba says there is a big difference in their purity and your purity. The method for you to become pure is extremely easy. You don't have to make any efforts because you souls easily receive from the Father the inheritance of peace, happiness, and purity. By having this awareness, you easily and automatically become imperishable. People of the world become pure, but by making effort, and they don't attain purity as an inheritance for 21 births. So there are two differences. First, Baba says that you become pure easily because you get it as an inheritance from Father, the inheritance of peace, purity, and happiness. Therefore, you become very easily, but they need to make a lot of efforts to become pure. And second thing, you become pure for 21 births, not just for one birth, but you get this inheritance for many births. but they don't get it for many births. They only become pure for that one birth, in which birth they are making efforts to become pure. Today, according to the world, it is the day of Holi, the Holi celebration, the festival of Holi. So, this is the Murli of Holi. They celebrate Holi, whereas you become holy. They celebrate Holi, whereas you become holy souls by becoming colored with the color of the Supreme Soul. Celebrations take place for only a short time, whereas to become that is for a lifetime. So Baba says their celebration is a short time event, 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, but your becoming holy is for a lifetime. They celebrate for a day, whereas you make your life holy. So that's a big difference. This confluence age is the age of a holy life. So you have become colored with the color, that is, you have been colored with the permanent color, and there is no need to wash it off. So the colors they're applying, they're playing, they need to wash it off after the celebration ends. But the colors that you apply, you do not need to wash them off, because these are the colors of God's company, different virtues, different powers from God. So you don't need to wash these colors off. You become equal to the Father for all time. So this is a color of equality or equal with the Father, which you do not need to remove. At the confluence age, you experience the karmatit and incorporeal stage, equal to that of the incorporeal Father, Nirakari stage. And you experience the elevated life of being full of all virtues and completely viceless, equal to that of Father Brahma for 21 births. So, equal to incorporeal father, you experience the stage of karmatit and incorporeal nirakari stage, and equal to Brahma Baba, you experience virtues and completely viceless life for next 21 births. So, your holy is to become equal to the Father through the colors of his company. Let the color be so fast that you make others equal. So Baba says, apply this color so fast or become in the company of Father, and you also help to apply these colors to others. Make them also equal to Father. Does anyone in the world celebrate Holi in this way? You come here to play Holi in order to make others equal to Father. Every soul is colored forever with many different colors by the Father. So Baba says every soul who come to celebrate with Father are colored with different fathers, colored with different colors. Now, what kind of colors by the Father we have received or we applied? The color of knowledge, the color of remembrance, the color of many powers, the color of virtues, elevated vision, elevated attitude, elevated good wishes, and elevated pure feelings are automatically created. So these are different colors of Father's company that we attain or that we apply and become holy with these colors. Color of knowledge, remembrance, powers, virtues, elevated vision, elevated attitude, elevated good wishes, and elevated pure feelings. This spiritual color is applied so quickly. You have become holy, that is, you have celebrated Holi. When those people celebrate Holi, their form becomes the same as their quality. What would they look like if someone were to take their photograph at that time? After celebrating Holi, what do they become? However, when you celebrate Holi, you become angels and then deities. So Baba is again comparing the way they are celebrating after applying all those colors, how they look, and how you look when you apply all these different virtues and powers, these colors. So Baba says you become holy, and not just holy, you become angels after applying these colors, and after angels, you become deities. All of these are your memorials, but because they do not have spiritual power, they are unable to celebrate in a spiritual way. So the celebration is actually significant or is a memorial of your original celebrating holy, the way you celebrate. But Baba says they do not have the spiritual powers or the understanding, therefore, they are not able to celebrate in the spiritual way, the way you are celebrating. Because they have become extroverted, they are only able to celebrate in an extrovert way, only in materialistic way, in extrovert bhaya mukta. You celebrate, your celebration is an accurate auspicious meeting. The speciality of Holi is to burn, first to burn, then to celebrate, and then to have an auspicious meeting. The memorial of these three specialities is created. This is because in order to become holy, all of you had to burn all your old sanskars and old memories in the fire of Yog Agni. You have to burn all your old sanskar into the Yog Agni along with old memories. It was only then that you celebrate Holi with the color of his company, company of God. That is, you colored yourself with the Father's color. When you become colored with the Father's company, every soul of the world become part of God's family because you are part of God's family. Good wishes for souls automatically becomes a natural sanskar. So once you become colored with the Father's company, you have understood that every soul is a son of the same father, so they all are your brothers. So you have good wishes for all of them automatically, and this become your natural sanskar. Therefore, you always continue to celebrate an auspicious meeting with one another. Even if someone is an enemy or has devilish sanskars, you definitely sprinkle them with a drop of God's color. With this auspicious spiritual meeting, what do you do to anyone who comes to you? To embrace everyone means to embrace them while considering them to be elevated souls. So once you understand that all souls are your brothers, Baba says you embrace everyone irrespective of whatever their sanskar. Even if anyone is enemy or anyone is having devilish feelings or thoughts, you still sprinkle the drops of God's color and you help them or you meet them as if they are also elevated souls. They are the children of the Father. This loving meeting, the meeting of good wishes, enables those souls to forget the old things. So when you meet them with this good sanskar or with good feelings, as if they are also elevated souls, Baba says, in your company, they also enable to forget the old things. They too become enthusiastic. Therefore, the memorial has been created as a festival. So, to celebrate Holi with the Father means to become equal to the Father. So, what is the real meaning of celebrating Holi with Father? Is to become equal, Bap Saman, equal to the Father, with equal to the Father with the same permanent spiritual color, permanent color. Those people are unhappy. That is why they have special days to celebrate in happiness. However, you always continue to sing and dance in happiness and to celebrate in pleasure. So, Baba is giving the reason or the explanation why they are unhappy or why they cannot have constant happiness. Those who are more confused think, what happened? Why did it happen? How did it happen? And are unable to stay in pleasure. So when situations come in front of the people, they get confused, or they start feeling, they start creating such thoughts, why this is happening to me, uh, how long I'm going to face this, suffer this, because they do not know the real knowledge, or they do not know why things are happening in any particular way. So they are not able to maintain their happiness or their peace permanently, and therefore they need such days of celebration to feel that happiness. But Baba says, with compared to them, how we are celebrating or why we are celebrating constantly. You have become Trikaldarshi, and so you cannot have the thoughts of what or why, because you know all three aspects of time. Trikaldarshi. Why did it happen? You know that that was a test paper to make you move forward. So every question, why this happened, how long this is going to happen, what is this happening, we have answers for all these questions. So we don't get confused, we don't get depressed. That is why we can constantly keep our happiness, because you know all three aspects of time. Why did it happen? You know that was a test paper to make you move forward. Why did it happen? It was nothing new. So there is no question about what happened or how it happened. Maya come to make you even stronger and then went away. So those who have the Trikaldarshi stage do not get confused about this, about any kind of situation when they face in their life. The answers come together with the questions. This is a difference in the thought process that we have, we the Brahman souls and the other souls. The answers come together with the questions because you are Trikaldarshi. If your name is Trikaldarshi and you do not even know the present, or why it happened, or how it happened, then how can you be called Trikaldarshi? You have been victorious many times, and you will continue to be that. We know this as well, that we have been victorious for many, many kalpa, and we will be victorious in every kalp. So, this is also another reason that we can keep our happiness constant, intact. You know the past and the future, that you are Brahmins who are to become angels and then deities from angels. It is a question of today and tomorrow. Like Baba says, कल आप देवता थे, आज आप ब्राह्मण हो, कल आप फिर से देवता बनेंगे. So question end and a full stop is applied. And this is the reason you can keep your happiness intact. You don't get confused, and therefore Baba says you don't need special days to celebrate. Like Baba sometimes says, the whole confluence age is a celebration. The meaning of holy is holy. In Hindi, it has already happened. It has another meaning, holy. Koi baat ho gayi. The past is the past. Do you know how to put a full stop in this way? This is also the meaning of holy. You know about the holy in which you burn something. You know about the holy of coloring yourself with the color. You also know about the holy of applying a full stop. Holy माने बात खत्म हो गई. You also know about the holy of celebrating an auspicious meeting. So Baba is explaining, Baba is saying all these different types of celebrating Holi, you know all of them. You know how to play all four types of Holi. Do you not? If any one type of Holi is missing, the crown of light will not be able to stay on. So the crown of light that Baba mentions initially, while when the Murli started, Baba says if you are not able to celebrate in all four types, the crown of light will not be able to stay on. It would keep falling off. When a crown does not fit properly, it keeps falling off. Have you passed in celebrating all four types of Holi? You have to become equal to the Father, and the Father is complete and perfect. For how long will you have the stage of having a percentage? Whoever you love, it is not difficult to become equal to that one. You are always loving to the Father, and so why are you not always equal? It is easy, is it not? Acha. So Baba is saying that Father is complete and perfect. So how long you're going to be having the stage of percentage that I'm complete 10%, 20%, 80%, 70%? Baba says the one you love, it is easy to become equal to that person, to that soul. Even in the materialistic world, in the outside world, the one you love, you try to become equal to that person. So why you're not able to become equal, complete and perfect like Father? Because you love him, so you need to attain that stage quickly. Acha, Bap Dada is giving imperishable congratulations for becoming equal to the Father, the highest of the highest. To all you holy swans who remain constantly holy and happy, Baba is giving you congratulations for becoming constantly equal to the Father and for always celebrating with pleasure in the holy age. So it's not holy day celebration, it's a holy age. Baba is giving you congratulations for constantly being a holy swan and becoming filled with jewels of knowledge. Baba is giving you congratulations for being colored with all colors and becoming a worthy of worship soul. You are being given congratulations along with love and remembrance. To the masters, the children of the Father who is server, who are constantly saluted, love, remembrance, and namaste. Today, it is turn of the Malaysia group. So this is Malaysia group that came to meet Father into Madhuban for holy celebration. Southeast. Do all of you understand why you had dispersed? You got off the steamer of God's family and went away into so many different corners. You were lost in the ocean of the world because in the copper age, instead of the soul bomb, you were hit by the bomb of the consciousness of bodies. What a comparison. Ravan dropped the bomb, and so the steamer was broken into bits. So, why you separated from God's family? Baba is explaining that in the Copper Age, Ravan dropped the bomb of consciousness of body, and the steamer was broken into bits. The steamer of God's family broke up, and you dispersed to different places wherever you found support. When those who are drowning receive support from anywhere, they take it. So, whatever religion and country you received a little support from, you went there. However, the sanskars are the same. The original sanskar of deities are same. This is why, although you went into another religion, as soon as you received the introduction to your real religion, you came here because the original sanskar of soul are there. You dispersed all over the world. This separation was also beneficial. So it's not just Malaysia, all double foreigners. This particular thing is applicable to all double foreigners. And Baba also says, in a positive way, this separation was also beneficial. It enabled many souls to emerge. You became benefactors in giving the world the introduction of God's family, because these souls became the instrument outside India. If everyone were to be in Bharat, how would world service take place? This is why you went into the different corners. Someone or other has reached all the main religions. If even one emerges, he definitely awakens his equals. Bap Dada too is pleased to see the children again after they have been separated from him for 5,000 years. All of you are also happy, are you not? You have arrived here. You have been found. No VIP has yet come from Malaysia. They too are made instruments with the aim of doing service. They become instruments for serving at a fast speed. And this is why they have to be kept as at the front. For the Father, only you are the elevated souls. You are elevated in your spiritual intoxication. There is so much difference between you, worthy of worship souls, and those who are trapped by Maya. And all the differences Baba has already explained above. What differences in the outerly souls, I mean outward souls who are celebrating into external way only, and all those Brahmin souls who are worthy of worship. But the word Baba used, the souls trapped by Maya, is a horrifying word. Poor souls. You have to give recognition to ignorant souls. There is now expansion in Singapore too. Wherever the specialty Wherever the specially beloved jewels of the Father go, they enable other jewels to emerge. By maintaining courage, you are moving forward in service with love. Therefore, you will receive the elevated fruits of your efforts. You have to gather together your family. So, whoever was separated, Baba says you have to gather them together. You are so happy when someone who has been separated from your family comes back to the family, and you have gratitude in your hearts. They too would be singing so many songs of thanks. Having come to the family, having come back to their family, they also feel good and they also singing thanks. You become instruments and made them belong to the Father. At the confluence age, you receive many garlands of thanks. Acha. So Baba is talking to Malaysia Brahmin souls that they have become instruments for others to connect to the God's family who was separated long ago. So Baba says you are in this confluence age, you are receiving many garlands of thanks from all such souls. Acha. Om Shanti. Now we'll take 2 minutes of silence and then we'll share our thoughts on this Murli. Thank you. Om Shanti. Yes. Who would like to share their thoughts first?
Om
And
Shanti
this
Yogita Ben.
Om Shanti, sister.
I, the soul, purity, my original eternal form, power of purity, mother of peace and prosperity. This is what Baba just mentioned 2 days before in his
Mm-hmm.
Murli.
Mm-hmm.
And now today, he's talking about the confluence age, the age of a holy life, the age of festivals. So he's looking at us as royal Aulokik self, masters of self, holy gathering to become holy for many births. And then he goes to explain the purity of great souls and we souls,
Mm-hmm.
and the holiness of they and our holiness. We become holy by burning, by coloring, that is celebrating, and by meeting, auspicious meeting. Three processes he gives over here: what we burn, and what do we color? We color so much with knowledge, remembrance, past virtues. I think there's a variety of colors. When Baba
Mm-hmm.
was mentioning about these colors, I just remembered that advertisement of Asian paints and all, no? How
Right.
they show. And nowadays they also show the king in a royal palace. He
Mm.
comes, he selects the colors
Color
online, and
palette.
then he goes. So just see, even there are many colors, but here Baba is giving us different colors. And
Mm-hmm.
I like the way he spoke about an auspicious meeting here. I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was meeting Baba. No, it is
Mm-hmm.
meeting souls, embracing them, sprinkling them with drops of colors. I think this was a new way of some auspicious meeting, the third aspect which Baba mentioned. And as
Mm-hmm.
usual, Baba plays with in the word HOLI. He said happened or pure or jo ho gaya hai. So that's
Mm.
like another holy, a fourth holy, he says, of putting a dot,
Yes.
becoming equal to the Father.
Yes.
So just burning, celebrating, and meeting. Wonderful. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Yes. Anyone else?
Om Shanti, sister. So,
Om Shanti.
Baba says the sign of real holy. People play holy for a day, right? But whereas for us, it's a whole life, holy life, right? So theirs is just one day they celebrate it, and because they have so many bad days, the remaining days are bad days. So in order to make this day special, they celebrate it for one day. But for us, it is the whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So their colors is, that fades off, but ours will remain permanent. The color that we applied now will stay longer than the artificial color that which applied on the day of celebration that goes off, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, yeah, and by coloring all that, they become dirty. But when we are colored, right, we become angels. And from angels, we become deities. That's a wonderful thing that Baba said today. Yeah, thank you, Om Shanti.
Thank you, brother. Nice point mentioned. One more thing, Baba also explain, or Baba give the difference of uh, the celebration, or the like Baba's initially Baba gave the difference of their purity and our purity. The way they become pure with so many efforts, and the reason they need efforts because they do not know the true self of themselves. Because uh, once I understand I'm a soul and I can see others as a soul, it becomes very easy to become pure. But because they do not know this soul consciousness, they need to make efforts to, not getting attracted towards other person, so they feel it's difficult task. And for us, Baba says it comes very naturally because Baba directly hit the root. Baba directly tell us, or Baba directly give us the experience of our true self, that we are the soul. So once I am the soul, there is no question of getting attracted towards other body, because we don't see body at all. We are just seeing souls. That root has effect on our entire life, and because of that we also get this purity, or we also get this inheritance for 21 births. They only do it for one birth, just one life, when they want to become, or when they want to follow celibacy. Only for that birth they become pure. But when the soul leaves body and they are into another next next birth, they again need to make efforts, or maybe they're not making for next birth. They don't know what is the journey of that soul. But for us, once we understand, once we become pure and holy, and the soul consciousness, we stay in that stage for next 21 births. So this difference is what I like this point today. So it is a very nice point that for 21 births we have this inheritance, and they need more efforts, and that too just for one birth. They don't get this for 21 births, or even two births constantly, but just for one birth. So yes, this is a nice point. I like this one. Yes, anyone else would like to share any other point?
Shanti, so I'll just add one more point here. It's
Yeah,
about
sure.
being
Mm-hmm.
Trikaldarshi.
Mm-hmm.
So of course you you said that wonderful point about the stage. I mean, the great souls, right? They make effort for one birth and then they become pure. They
Mm-hmm.
lead a pure life. So that only lasts for one life. But for us, it's a gift that it lasts for half, right? Half kalpa, 2500 years. So if you think through that, right, then of course the pure sanskar that each one of us has, or the especially the deity souls has, is very deep, right? Because even in the worldly life, the sanskar of purity is very deep within us,
Mm-hmm.
right? But just the middle age dominated within us, and then came into the vices, and it started, taking control. But if we think, if our memory can go back and try to observe the life that we had or that we led from the uh, golden age onwards till now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the purity, the pure, the sanskar of purity is very deep. So that churning itself, we can bring a lot of power of purity within each one of us, I suppose.
Yes, that's true. Thank you for sharing. Yes, anyone else?
I like that story of the steamer.
Yeah,
It
I
looked
was
like
about
a
to say that.
fable for me. See, steamer means I can only think of one steamer where those
Mhm,
352 people came after partition, and I've seen
mhm,
those lovely photos and all. And I can never see anyone lost over there. Everyone, Baba, how nicely packs them and brings them, and so that's. But here, just I don't know whether to know why the people are in Malaysia, in London, in America, in Africa, and all. Baba is giving a story for that to say we were all together. Then when BC bomb came, they threw the bomb, and I'm just was it a Titanic? Because in Titanic, you see some people dropped themselves in the water, some people were helped, some people
mhm,
died. So for that also, Baba is saying, so some you got support, somebody came to lift you and they took you to Malaysia. somebody took you to Africa, some people are here. It's something a very, if a child learns, it'll understand, now we know why Baba's children are there in Africa. I like that
Positively.
way, like, when we were small, I don't know if you have read the book, The Voyages. That's
Mhm.
the I used to give all these small children that book. It's called as
Mhm.
the Voyages, the whole Gyan. It was
Yeah.
so that way, I remembered that story which was created. I like the story of the steamer being bombed.
And it make me feel that this is for example, let's say someone just met with an accident and lost their memory, and the family members start trying to help them to recollect their memories, that this was happened, this is this person, this is like this, you were doing this thing. So the way they try to recollect their memories, this is how Baba is recollecting, that you were all in a one god family, and we were into the same steamer, and this bomb, Maya, Ravan throw the bomb of body consciousness. So he's like trying us or trying for us that we should be able to recollect those memories. That initially, I remember it was in someone's class, and even my father also told me earlier, when you are meeting Bab Dada first time into Madhuban in 70s and 80s, when Baba was having personal meetings with every soul, because the family was very small. The party was only for 4 or 5 people. When the party is going to Madhuban, only 4 or 5 people in one party, from Pune or from Maharashtra, only 5 or 10 people like that. And at that time, the teacher were used to tell everyone that when Baba is going to ask you, Bache, are you coming first time to meet Baba? Then you don't need to say yes, Baba. You need to say no, Baba. We were met 5,000 years before. So this is how they prepared the student to meet when they're meeting first time in this kalpa. So this is how they made. They were doing just like that. Baba is trying to recollect the memories that you were with me. So you remember you were in that one steamer, and then this bomb dropped. So it's like a story. It is really nice form that Baba created that story. It's and sometimes it feels that yes, this is something real, because it is real. And we also feel in deep within sometimes that kind of feeling that yes, I was with this family, and that strong connection starts working very fast sometimes for some souls. So this was very nice way he explained. I also like this point. Thanks for mentioning that.
I know, like a detective, like
Yeah.
captain, he comes at the end.
Yeah,
Kahan se pick karta hai? I used to think, from where Baba is going, where there are so many hundreds of people close to me. He has not picked. Why would he
exactly,
pick me?
exactly.
Like, so he knows. He said, that's what Baba asks every question. आपने मुझे ढूंढा क्या
Ah,
मैंने तुम्हें ढूंढा?
no, I had
So
never felt that I found him. It is just his.
yeah,
Uh,
so this point over here in this Murli makes it clear. उसने ही
yeah,
मुझे ढूंढा.
उसने ढूंढा है, डेफिनेटली उन्होंने ढूंढा है. हमारे पास तो ताकत थी नहीं, होती तो इफ वी वर हैव हैड दैट memories, we would have never been separated. But no, he's got all the powers and he found us. And we are very lucky that we are in that limited edition. We are very lucky souls. Thanks to Baba. Yes, another point. Anyone have anything to
Just
share?
adding on to this conversation of Baba's founders, there's a
Yes.
saying in English which says, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So the acknowledgement point here is we're in the confluence age where Baba already knew that this is the soul who's going to be a part of his rosary. And
Mm,
this soul, when it got ready, is when Baba got that soul in knowledge. And
yes.
therefore, we see there's so many people who just dropped their hat and became Babas. We
Mm,
know there are a couple of surrendered brothers that I know who are with great profession, and within a day or 2 days time, they surrendered themselves in the path.
yeah.
Now,
Mm,
it's not that they did it; it was
mhm,
Baba who knew what he's doing it. Only when
mm.
they were ready is when he picked them up,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
that appears for and that applies for every one of us. Only
Exactly.
when we are ready, he picked us up.
Yes. And this is too much, I would say, it is a bit difficult for double foreigners, because like Baba said, you just got the support from whatever religion, whatever country you went there, but to come back and from all these different cultures, different everything is different. At least for Indian, we have so many things which can be connected or correlated with Baba's knowledge, but in other countries, in other cultures, there are a lot of things that we can't even imagine how they, it is very difficult path for them, or it is very difficult journey for them to get connected and stay connected for a long time or forever with the God's family. So that's why Baba gives special love to these double foreigners, and they really deserve it. They really deserve it. Yes. Anything else? Any other point? Any other? Do we have anything in the chat box?
Yeah, one more point.
No problem.
So people in living in the world, right? So they, I mean, outsiders. So
Mm-hmm.
Baba mentioned something very wonderful. Why they're unable to stay happy all the time, right? Because something will happen in their life and they start questioning why it happened, what happened, why me, all that. The question arises, right? The number of so many questions. So for us, it's not a
Mm-hmm.
question. So for us, it's our attitude towards problem is it's a test paper. That
Yes.
that makes a lot of difference when it comes to dealing with any sort of a situation. So no question. So it is when it is a test paper, then our attitude towards that is to somehow pass it, cross it,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that actually makes these two things really bring a lot of difference in our life and the people, especially the Jnani soul and Agyani soul, great difference.
Mhm. Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
That,
thank you.
that yeah, yes, definitely. Therefore, Baba said your questions comes with the answers. You don't get entangled or confused with the questions, because this Trikaldarshi stage that you're knowing in one class of some, I don't remember who was the speaker, but that teacher, she said that every moment you are living into three times. Because let's say something happened with me right now in the present, it is the result of what I have done in the past. It just came in front of me right now. So the way I'm going to respond that situation or react in that situation is going to decide my future, because it's that reaction, that response is going to come back to me into the future. So this awareness of Trikaldarshi, and every moment you're living into three times, that actually gives the power back into your hand to create your own future. So that was very different perspective she put this point, and I really like that. And when we really think in this way, this Trikaldarshi really gives us the power to create the future also, and to become Baba says sometimes befikr badshah. We don't think too much for such things, or we don't get confused, or we don't feel ab kya hoga, what's going to happen now, because this particular stage is really helping us a lot. So yes, this is very important stage, Trikaldarshi.
Yogita, when that
Mm-hmm.
Murli is called as the lesson of the threes. Actually, they
Yeah.
said the lesson of the three, one, two, three, repeat, one, two, three, came from the Strikaldarshi stage. That
Yeah.
Murli is there. So I think
Mhm.
3 months back we have read it. It is called, and not only that, Baba always mentions three things, sometimes two things. But when he
Yes.
came to lesson of threes, he says, you are also three, you are a Trikaldarshi. That was
Hmm.
the Murli, lesson of threes.
Hmm. Right. All right. If anyone have anything to share, or any other point, or can we start with meditation for 2 minutes?
So,
Yes,
yes, we can.
sister. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. This was very nice, Murli. And now we will start meditation for 2 minutes in silence. I, the Trikaldarshi soul, is going to plan my whole day, that how I can stay in the Trikaldarshi stage in every scene of my life, in every situation that I face.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Yogita Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.